So Gustav asked me for some tips on gaining mass in the chest area with bodyweight movements. First off, thank you for asking for my advice on building chest because I think it's generally one of my weakest points, aesthetically at least. So I'm honored that you asked me the question. So today we are going to be going through a few exercises. My top three, it sounds more YouTube-y, my top 3 best calisthenics exercises for gaining mass with your chest. So let's get into it. So by far my favorite calisthenics exercise for building mass with your chest is to do ring push-ups or weighted ring push-ups if you're at that level. But I know Gustav specifically said that he's not wanting to use weights. So what I would suggest is just doing the movement really slow, really controlled. And I want you to think about a few things while you're doing it. Really control the movement and think about squeezing in here at the top, almost trying to touch the rings together, pinkies turning inward. And that'll give you a massive chest squeeze. Definitely a great way to get some really good chest activation. Imagine that you don't even have a forearm. Just that from your elbow to your arm is moving, and that will give you a much better mind muscle connection with your chest, and trying to squeeze at the top, almost like you're trying to touch your elbows together. And if you don't have rings, I highly suggest you get them, but these sliders are a great alternative to give you some need to squeeze inward when you're doing the movement. So that can definitely be used as a primary or secondary exercise depending on what level you're at. But this next exercise I think is a great finisher. Ring support holds, ring turn out if you can. You don't have to have your wrists all the way out. But again, the thing that we're trying to think of is squeezing our elbows in, pushing down and away, and adducting our arms. And a real quick pro tip for you guys, if you want to make the ring turnout hold slightly easier, what you could do is twist the straps just a little bit so it helps you do that external rotation. So I'm going to twist them inward a little bit, and this will actually make them want to twist out. So when I do my RTO, the ring turnout hold actually becomes a little bit easier. These are a great thing to hold as long as you're keeping your shoulders depressed. You don't want to be hiking them up too much above your ears. That is not going to be helpful for you. If these are too hard, or if you burnt yourself out too much, I want you to use resistance bands to make this a little bit easier, or just use your feet on the floor to make it a bit easier. Don't be scared at all to do this. It's really, really helpful to adjust this to your level so that you can do it for like 30 seconds or so. And if you don't have rings, these are an okay alternative, but I'd highly suggest rings. And last but not least, this could be a secondary exercise. This could be a finisher. Whatever you want to do is going to be a ring fly. Now, I personally do not like this movement, but I know there are a lot of people that enjoy it. For some reason, I always feel it in my shoulders, even when I'm trying to use my chest as much as possible. So I don't get that mind muscle connection with it. I much prefer using dumbbells, but you know, you might be different than me. So if you're having some of those same issues that I'm having, but you still want to do these movements, I would suggest using a resistance band to make the bottom of the movement a little bit easier and give it more of a linear difficulty throughout the movement. Let me show you. And just like that, we've got a sick, massive chest pump. If you all have any other questions, feel free to ask me down in the comments. I'll try to make a video just like this one to answer your question really in depth, but at the very least, I will give you a thoughtful response because my whole job here is to help you out. So give the video a like if I helped you out. Make sure to hit subscribe if you want to see the next video, and until next time, good luck on your training. Peace.